It's done. Okay, so where we last left off was the bottom of the cistern in Blighttown. That's where we are today. And what we're going to do is a little light exploring. This place is pretty poisonous, so we're going to be careful. Not too careful because it's poisonous, not necessarily dangerous, but what it does do is it puts a little extra pressure on us that we possibly don't want. And now we're getting invaded by an NPC, which is excellent news for us, because we're going to use them for the boss. This NPC has a fun thing with her, which is if you can beat her, then you can summon her for the boss fight. With not having these bugs here. She's got the same cool hat that we had. And she's kind of rocking the deprived build, not really wearing anything. What do we get? We got a humanity. Oh, and a little bit of curse from somewhere. Butcher knife. Does the butcher knife do curse damage? Quick look. So let's come down here. Nothing on the auxiliary effects. Interesting. I wonder where we were getting that curse from. Anyway, there's a few things in here that are kind of cool to have. We could go straight for the boss fight, which is in this big mound of spikes over there. That'll ring us the bell. Not a bad idea. There's also some cool stuff in the water, the swamp, that might be fun to have as well. Alright. Two-handed swing has enough of an arc to get rid of these mosquitoes. Good to know. Or does it? It does if they're close. So let's not be foolish. There are some leeches at the bottom of here, which are kind of handy. So one of the important things to notice is whilst we are poisoned, we can't be any more poisoned than what we are. So even though our health is ticking down a little bit, we're actually pretty safe. So long as we're able to keep an eye on it. Not really causing us a lot of problems. What is causing us problems is not having something that will hit these flies. We are poisoned, so our health is ticking down a bit. And if we're not hitting these guys, we're staggering ourselves. Alright, let's find a weapon that has a half decent arc to it. Okay, that one's got a good arc. That'll be fine for killing flies. Takes us over our weight limit, but we'll cope for the time being. So let's just have a quick run of the perimeter. Grab anything that glows. We're not going to spend too long in Blighttown, but what we will do is have a little scoot around the edge. Get the fat loots. Hopefully. Yeah, some upgrade materials. So these leeches carry upgrade materials, which is handy. Because we're going to want to upgrade this halberd a bit once we're past the area boss. Oh. So it's just ticking through our poison again. These two didn't have anything. This one didn't have anything. God damn. Flip these guys out of the way. There's something down here. There's some cool weapons in Blighttown. There's a lot of upgrade materials, including the Titanite shards, the souls. Excuse me. Let's see if burning them does any good. It does loads of good. What you could do with going and seeing Laurentius back up in Firelink Shrine. Getting some new pyromancers. Finished. But we'll just have a quick go around the outside, get all what we need. The sweep seems to be gone. Are we getting nothing here? Come on, man. We should be at least getting something. Server, very nice. Nothing. Nothing. Alright, fine. Part of the problem is in this knee-deep water, we don't move very quickly. This is obvious. Now, if we wanted to, we could go back to the Undead Asylum and unlock that door that we couldn't get through right at the beginning. And that would have a ring that would help us hit with this water. I wonder if we've got any rings that we're just not using. My suspicion is yes, we did. Okay, keeping an eye on our health. Some cool stuff up here. There's an entire area over here that we probably won't do a lot of exploring of. First, anyway. There's really no need to do it until we get quite late in the game. Plank shield, whatever. Hidden wall, whatever. Twin humanities, very nice. Another hidden wall. Great Hollow. Bonfire. There's some cool stuff in the Great Hollow. There is also a lot of enemies that will cause us considerable issues. And to be honest, I don't remember the path of it that well. But whatever. Doesn't really matter. We're not going down there today, but we are going to grab the bonfire just in case we're able to warp there later. I can't remember if we can. I think we've got to go all the way down to the bottom to get it to the one that we can warp to, but I may be wrong. 19,000 souls as well. We should level up when we can. Get out of here. What's our status like? Not amazing. Right, that's fine. We're just not rolling with the speed that we really want to, but that's fine. Not a big problem. Green side night shark, very nice. That's what these guys should be dropping. I think they've got something like a 1 in 10 chance of dropping one, so it's fine that they didn't. This as well, you might notice there's a tree up there, and that is the tree that we can see in Firelake Shrine, which is pretty cool, I think. So it doesn't do a lot of damage, but at least it's getting these flies for us. Swat us, swat us, swat us, swat us. Alright. Let's hit these last bits and then we'll go down to the bonfire. I think this is a soul that we can use, which is pretty handy. Okay, let's bump some levels. Let's get some vitality and let's get an endurance. Sometime we need... Excuse me. At some point we need to go and unequip our items, so now we should be fast rolling in. At some point we need to go and upgrade this halberd. It is doing some good stuff for us. Now what we're going to do is we're going to avoid all of these lads with rocks, because they are just awful. Causes all sorts of damage. We are greedy though, so we're going to come and get this and hope that nobody spots us. That shot, very nice. We'll head through here to the area boss. Climb up this thing, which didn't look like it was covered in webs when we were in the swamp, but here we are. Quelaag's domain. Right, now that we're no longer being pursued, we'll use some of that moss. Wherever it is. Problems. So let's have a look. We're still human, so we can summon our old adversary Manny Mildred. And I forgot to attune a cool spell. Did we get anything that might be handy for us? That's fine. Let's just double check our equipment. This boss deals fire damage, so ideally we could do something that does plenty of fire resistance. Spider shield has 75, so that could be alright. That could be up for us. Here we go. here we go. So, Chaos Witch Queelag, she is pretty fast and very tanky. She's a big fiery sword, and her spider parts can kick out fire. And she can also do a very impressive blast move to us. We want to keep out of her way if possible. Fire, lava on the floor will do us a tremendous amount of damage. Oh, and the sword will as well. Jesus Christ. Might be first time in this one. Especially since our friend has got herself trapped over there. You stupid bitch, Mildred. Alright, that's fine though. Let's get a little humanity back. Let's reverse our Halloween. And let's get back to it. So, one of the things you might have noticed we were doing in the fight was we were dodging too early. We were dodging when she was bringing her sword up, not when she was bringing her sword down. So we need to remember to time our dodges better. Humanity is a fairly unlimited resource, but only if we're willing to work for it. And I'm not. Let's get back into the domain. We can pick up our souls and the spare humanity we had, because we had one on there. So we're out of the way. We can take these guys with rocks if we wanted to, but I don't want to. Part of that is there's quite a few of them, and they'll gang up on us and overwhelm pretty quickly if we're not careful. And we're not careful. Unfortunately, this boss is immune to fire damage, so the fireball, the fire bombs that we've got, and the pyromancies we've got will be useless against her. So one of the problems is Mildred passed straight to her and got stuck on the lava. So what we'll do is we'll pull her to the side. Hopefully Mildred will come up behind us. The lava doesn't last forever, but we won't be resistant of it particularly, so we'll come over here, bait Queelag out of it, let her attack Mildred. Oh, that is no damage at all. Do a lot more damage to a human form if you can get it. Oh, did we fuck it up again? Let's go without Mildred this time. Maybe having a summon is buffing her a little bit. And if we're not getting her this time, we could always leave Blighttown and get to a blacksmith. Try a different weapon. It may be the part of the problem is that she's very resistant to the type of damage we do. Or it may be that the weapon we've got just isn't strong enough to really make a big dent in him. We'll just have to get good. Which could be the case. frustrated because there's no bonfire before it. The run back is a bit of a pain, but it's not that bad. I don't know how much moss we got. 3 moss. Let's take 1 lot of moss. I wonder if we got enough dung pies to make it toxic. How many dung pies we got? 2 or 3? 1. Right, not enough. Oh. Alright, we're doing more damage. Now that we don't have a friend. We just have to be sensible about what we do. I've taken the lock on off, and that enables us to get a bit more freedom of movement. So we're not just circling around it. So when she's got this lava attack going off, we don't end up backing into it. Fuck off. Being said. Greedy. Doing this. Burp attack. Get a couple hits in. Quickly out of the way for the next one. Just because his sword can do us quite a lot of damage if it catches us. What we want to do is kind of wait for the spider to do her burp attacks. Rubbing the floor is lava. Woof. Oh, we did so well. Have we got any tools provided? Remember what we say, use the tools provided. We've got some souls. Maybe we could put a couple of levels into strength or something. They were about 6k a level at the moment. So that should get us to 2, maybe 3 levels. 1 in strength, 1 in dex. Hmm, 209, 209. That'll make a big difference. Put them both in strength because then we can look at a bigger weapon later. Oh, we could even look at an alternative weapon. Although we're doing 154 at the moment with all of these. Great axe might be good. Zweihander could be useful. Still don't have enough strength to wield it one-handed. Do we have any rings? No rings yet. What the hell? Firebombs, moss. Not that helpful. I think we're just going to have to be fearless. Two-handed and a halberd seems to be helpful for this at least. Maybe we should have got Mildred back for this one. Now we get a better idea of the boss's moveset. If she's still a problem on this one, then we'll come back and get Mildred. Some jolly cooperation. I'm quite happy this is the first one that's given us trouble because I thought we were going to hit a roadblock with the last two. So, absolutely no complaints from me other than a little extra adrenaline, which is always welcome. It may be that we're just a little under-leveled for where we want to be in Blighttown. It might be a case of we'll have to go back up and do the garden. Okay. We were definitely winning on this side. Good Christ. Am I in the lava? Oh God. Alright. Let's burn a humanity. Let's get a friend in there. And then if we're still struggling at that point, we're going to have to leave and come back, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Because the other area that we could go to is not too far from here. There's some cool stuff along the way. So it's not the end of the world, because what we can do is we can go up there, get the other Firekeeper's soul. Maybe we'll do that now, actually. Let's do that now. And then we won't have to worry about doing it again. Just be a quick run through and then go back. So, I'm going to get on this wheel. Ride it to the top. Go this way. Oh, this is annoying. This guy's stuck to us as well, it's unhelpful. Let's get up here. There's a guy shooting us with poison darts from over here, I think. 6. Oof. Okay. Right, toxic now. So we'll see how toxic eats our health. See how that? See it just going right down? Woof. Can't seem to hit him with the fireball. Let's see if we can hit him with the firebomb. It's quite annoying. There's some more around that we don't want to we don't want to necessarily tangle with. Is he leading us then? I think he was, Fuck off. Getting reckless. All right. Timing on 33. Let's try and make some progress at least. Made it to the bottom of Blighttown and hit a wall. Not the end of the world, however. Would prefer it if we hadn't. I wonder if I've got the ability to wield crossbow. I do. Some bombs. Might be able to shoot that guy a little bit. Also got throwing knives that we could do for him. There's only one of him now, so it shouldn't be the end of the world. Should be a little simpler since those guys don't respawn. Oh, you are fucking joking. Flew too close to the sun, I think. It's fine. So we just got to learn from our mistakes. It's not a big problem. So we've got to roll off that thing instead of walk off it. That's not a problem. Put that barbed sword back on here because it had a good weapon arc for when we needed to attack the flies, so now we're not going to get swarmed by flies. We're going to use the tools provided. Okay. That's still very helpful. Let's walk on, roll off. put the purple moss on here as well. Just so that we... that's very polite to use as well. Don't be an idiot. For real, don't be an idiot. Hear the dogs underneath us. Wait for this fly. Swat. See if we can bait him to come a little bit further up. Throw knives, if I remember right, don't have a trajectory, so long as we can hit this guy. Not a lot of damage though. Right, we'll just wait for that toxic meter to go down a little bit. Oh, nice, 24 damage. Nice. All right. That's enough of that bullshit. Okay. Shouldn't need that anymore either. So there's some goodies down there. Are these dogs more dangerous than the other ones? Yes, but I feel it. Fuck about. 20 damage from fireball, right? Interesting. Probably because you've been fired or something like that. Okay, you know what? We're gonna get that thing. we're going to get it, and then we're going to quit out. Because what the thing is there is the Firekeeper Soul. So remember, we got one of those in the place that was flooded, and it turned our Estus Flask into a Estus Flask plus, well, on its own to Estus Flask +1, and the other one turned it into a +2 that we got from the chapel. This one will take us to a +3, and we'll do a wicked amount of healing if we can fucking get it. Oh, why am I struggling with this, eh? We got so far and just didn't struggle. Today, it's just been Strugglesville, USA. Population done. Firekeeper Soul. Excellent. Right. Firebomb, idiot. Right. Flask. It's all about timing. Is there anything down here? I think so. Certain death, no doubt. We're just gonna leg it. There we go. We'll just leave. Right. We got that one humanity back, that's good news. Those flies are still on our tail. So, let's get somewhere safer and less unpleasant than Blighttown. Which in the Dark Souls universe could be more or less anywhere. We're going to go up. So there's kind of two routes down or up and through Blighttown. One on the left, which is this one. The wheel entrance, as you might call it. And the other is the Shantytown entrance that we came through initially with all those dudes in it. This way is probably the slightly safer way. We're going to do a couple of things. There's some ogres or trolls or key to New Londo ruins, that's what we need. There's some ogres or trolls or whatever they are, they're big lads with clubs. They're on their way through. I think I'm just going to run past them if it's possible. Or if not, get them onto here. Ooh. Looks uncomfortable. Yes, you are. This other one. Two of them now. The other one didn't die. just going to run past them because fucking that's why. They stand there shouting at each other. And we're going to do a little bit of leveling, a little bit of exploring, and then we're going to come back to Blighttown and sort it out. But for the time being, what we're going to do is we're going to cross this bridge. We're going to pick up the soul. We're going to use the key to New Londo Ruins. What's New Londo again, Dan? It was this place at the bottom of Firelink Shrine. So now we're back at Firelink Shrine, more or less. Just got to get up into the elevator and elevate ourselves, and we can have a rest. And perhaps a little cry. What we'll be able to do is learn some different pyromancies. That'll be handy. Be able to upgrade our equipment. That'll be handy. Might even be able to find some consumables. That'll give us a hand with what's her name? Queelak. Oh dear. I thought this bit was laid out.
Why? Oh, somebody, you'll never give up. Well, don't stop now.
We can't light the bonfire. That's frustrating. Okay. Laurentius.
Oh,
Right,
actually,
nice and
yeah.
simple.
I have my romance. Oh, yeah. I think you have it. I'll be pleased to help.
We don't find it
I'm
unsavory.
sure that- Well, let's get
What have we got for us, mate? Some useful bits. Combustion is handy. None of this is particularly handy against Queelak.
Be safe, friend.
A little frustrating. Okay. We were going to go and get upgraded anyway, so we'll go back to the bonfire at the Undead Parish. Oh, some friends.
We must. Did I not explain the earth? Or are you so by the look?
Yeah, I don't like you guys. That's fine. Right, let's get to the bonfire and then call it a day, because this has run on a little longer than I wanted. Shadow Guard looks pretty cool though. I'm just gonna run past you guys because I don't care. Well, at the moment, we don't actually need to hit the bonfire. We're still, if we use the Homeward Bone now, we'd go back into Blighttown without any real issue, and without having to really wander off. So maybe that's the point. But you know what? Let's do the forest, and then we can always get to Blighttown through the Valley of the Drakes if necessary. Right, we're gonna call it there. So if you made it to the end, thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.